Hey guys, in this video we're going to be covering how to set up the database and web server for BlackTek Server. Okay, that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it on Windows, and it's got two parts. The first part is going to be installing the web server and setting it up. Second part is going to be setting up the database. Okay, so well, I guess the second part will actually be setting up the database and MyAAC. That's what we're going to be using today for our account creator for BlackTek Server. Okay, they got a really great, really great project or release. I should say they got a really great release going on. Slockins has done a lot of great stuff for that. So that's what we're gonna go with today. I like Uniform Server. I'm sure you can install just fine using XAMPP the normal ways that people do with XAMPP, but we're gonna use Uniserver. Because that's what I like. Go to uniformserver.com, hit the download now button. It'll take you to their SourceForge. You can click download latest version. Boom. It's the self-extracting archive. Thank you, 7-zip. Once that finishes up, we're gonna open it. This is your web server, okay? So anywhere you extract it somewhere where you want it safe. Not probably don't want it in your downloads folder. Okay. Now that we have it extracted, I'm just gonna go ahead and double click on the application. It's gonna ask for a new root password for MySQL or MySQL, however you want to say that. I'm just gonna type in example for this one. Don't use that. Please use an actual complicated root password. Very complicated. If you can, get a password generated one. Or I'm sorry, a generated password. Yes, you're gonna want to go ahead and allow this if you're gonna actually use it for your server outside access. If you're not gonna, if it's only gonna be for local test period, you don't have to let it through your firewall. Okay, so now our web server's installed, and if you hit start MySQL, it will start up your database server and you're good to go. Okay, now you got a database server. You hit start Apache, you're going to want to go ahead and allow that, like I said, if you're going to use it. And now you have Apache. You have a web server and you have a database server, both working. The next step is going to be installing MySQL and setting up the database. We'll go ahead and start with setting up the database. Um, for that, you'll use phpMyAdmin. You're going to okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is create a database. I'm going to go ahead and name this OT or BlackTek example. We'll just call it BlackTek for now. Okay, now on the BlackTek database, we will copy the schema into the SQL. Hit the go button. Boom. Generates all the tables you need. Now we're going to go to privileges. You see the users here, you're going to need to add a user account. We're going to go ahead and type in BlackTek. Let's we'll go to we'll just do OT admin for this one, okay? For the password, you're gonna want to hit native MySQL authentication. That's the one you're gonna want. If you do a different one, you'll have problems. Hit generate. Voila! Now we got ourselves a nice strong password. You're gonna want to copy that, keep a hold of it. Host, you can do any host, but for this example, we will set it to localhost. Grant all privileges on BlackTek. You need to make sure that this is checked, and then you don't have to worry about any of these. Don't set any of these because you don't want this user having those permissions. Hit go. You see you have added a new user, then success. Okay, that means everything we need to do for the database is done now. It's set up to start interacting with the BlackTek server. As a matter of fact, that's the next step in this. We're going to go ahead and set up the config so that it'll work. We'll change the user to OT admin. That was our user we picked. We have our password copy. Our database is called BlackTek. You're going to want to keep that at the common port unless you changed it specifically yourself. And this is localhost. We're just doing it for demonstrations, so save that. And now BlackTek itself should actually go ahead, fire up, and run. And there you go. BlackTek's online. For the second part, we're going to go ahead and finish setting up that AAC. And like I said, we're going to use Slawkin's version of his MyAAC that he's got. This is a new one, the beta. I've tested it myself. I'm part of a group where we've been testing it. You can see in here, I don't want to put everyone's business out there, but yeah, it got tested. It's tested. It's good. We're gonna use this one. Download. Extract. Boom. This is what we'll use to replace the www folder. I think it's called htdocs on exam, maybe, I forget. But everything inside here, I'm gonna copy all of it. You're gonna go to your www folder in your Uniserver where you got that stored. Go ahead, delete all that. We don't need any of that. Paste in everything you got from MyAAC. You can do this while it's running. It's not a problem. Now if we go 127.0.0.1, Brings you up to the installer. Look at that. That's beautiful. Hi, English. Yes. Uh, do you understand the GNU license? Read that. Hit next. Forget how that one was fixed. It's one of these files we gotta edit somewhere. Let's see. Might be somewhere in here. Let me see. We're gonna want to fix this first. I remember this is a thing. Let's try. See what we get here. So my from in the PHP any. So it is. I don't know where that's supposed to be at. Uh, oh, look at that. Someone else. Oh, thank you, Meha. Appreciate that. PHP. Let's stop this. Gotta stop these things to be able to do this. Edit config file and any. That's not it. There we go. Edit basic. PHP modules enable and disable. Zip. Wasn't that the issue? Yep. Boom. Thank you again. That's an easy fix. Start it back up. Start it back up. Gonna wanna reload this. Look at that. Fixed. Next. This is the path to where you have BlackTek stored, not TFS in this case. So BlackTek stored here for me. Copy that in there. Select your time zone. I'm in the same time zone as Detroit. .98 is the client version that we use for BlackTek. I don't send usage statistics to anybody, sorry. That's just my own personal preference. You can. Next. Look at that. Did it. It's pretty quick. Next again, go ahead and put in your personal email address that you will use as the administrator on this AAC. Okay? And your admin character name. This sets you up with the default God character right off the bat. Look at that. My AAC is ready to use. You can go check out the admin panel if you want, which is something quite nice, I would have to say. Uh, Despite these first visual errors, which I think have already been fixed on a different branch somewhere. I'm not sure. They definitely said they fixed them, but that was about the only error I could find when testing it. Other than that, everything else is quite immaculate. There's a whole array of cool things you can do in the admin panel or back on the site. You can switch between the default to the tibia.com one, which is what I prefer. There we go. And yeah, so everything's working, looks good. I don't have Tibia 10.98 downloaded and installed. I guess I can go ahead and finish the tutorial off with logging in the BlackTek server. Let's see here. Tibia 10.98. I trust Ez Alpha. Oh, that one don't work. Oh, that's it. Yes. OT's me. Thank you. Gaswar. I guess that's how you say that. It's 10.98. We need that, and that comes up on the first Google result. I guess I could provide the links. Let's guess where that actually gave us a client, and we need the IP changer from OTLAN. Guess I have to actually type that in, huh? Alright. Boom. OTLAN IP changer in the tools section here. Released by Mark himself. I guess we need a specific net framework for that. Net framework 3.5, they say. While that's doing that, we can set up Tibia somewhere. Make sure you put specifically the client name and the location if you do it straight into program files. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just put mine in the downloads. That's where I'm doing everything else at, so you know that. Okay, so I got Tibia 10.98 clients. I got the IP changer. We'll go to BlackTek. Fire it up. That's pretty quick. We will open up our Tibia client. And IP changer. Apply. Uh-oh. What did I do here? There it is. Welcome to the BlackTek server. You're going to want to hit cancel on this. And look at that. Here we are. There's the God account. First login. Beautiful. And here's our abuments. System. Oh. Dang. Too bad the club's not unviewable. Anyway, that's it, guys.